So what is the topic?
Role of Satsang.
Satsang. The importance of holy company is the topic. Om Jananing Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padpadme Tayoshritva Pranamami Mahormaho. Yes, the topic is holy company. Sri Ramakrishna in the Gospel have mentioned about the glory of the holy company. In the scriptures also it talks about holy company. It is said in the scriptures that if you go to a holy place, that will purify you. If you go to pilgrimage, that makes you holy. But if you have an association of holy people really, then it purifies you instantly. The question of course is, who is a holy person? That's the different thing. So who is a holy person? That's also to be understood. Who is holy? So holy company is really has a tremendous impact. The law of association. If we associate with the object, our mind gets colored in that object, that thought. So when you go to a holy thought, then our mind gets colored in that holiness, and that holiness ultimately reveals the truth what is within us. So now the holy company, but holy, who is holy? It is very simple definition of Vaishnava saints have said that who is holy? Jahare herile hride sphure Krishna naam tahare janiyo tumi Vaishnava pradha. Jahare herile, just beholding whom or seeing whom your heart resonates with the name of the Lord Krishna, know that person is holy. Suppose you see a person who is very wild and vulgar, mean and unkind. Look at that person. If you don't know anything, just seeing that person, some reaction comes in you. No? Even they look nice, but their mind is very ugly. You can feel in their presence some discomfort, is it not? So this is the question. Holy company means holiness have been percolated into the person's life. That person's living, men, women, whoever may be. That is not the question. That holiness is such a thing. It is contagious, not in the negative sense. Or you can say it transfers its inner potentiality. Sri Ramakrishna, suppose think of Sri Ramakrishna. And Sri Ramakrishna, anyone knowing or unknowingly, they go to Sri Ramakrishna. What he found? They find a peaceful person. At that person's presence, you find peace. Many people, many of you have the fortune to be with Swami Swahananda Maharaj. So many are initiated, even not initiated, many have the experience. You go to his place, in his proximity. Many of the devotees told me that find peace. He may be talking something, chit-chatting something, but in the presence of that person, invariably you feel some sort of little peacefulness, joy, satisfaction, fulfillment like that. Not exactly that he is highly talking about samadhi or darshan or nothing. Maybe jokes. But see, in presence you can find that is the holiness. Holiness is whatever we think, we thought, that impacts our life. our personality, our character. A repeated thought, if we repeat one thought again and again, thought creates an impact in us. And that impact creates such a emotion in us, corresponding to the thought, the emotion also is generated. So, spiritual people are those, or holy people are those who live in God, Sri Ramakrishna's definition. And as I said, even in proximity of them, you feel inspired to go. There are stories, different stories, no? That coming, even an ordinary person came with some bad motive and stayed with the holy people few days, and their life is transformed. Now, how to imbibe that holiness? It is also, we should have some receptivity. Receptivity is this: we must have to be open to that holiness. So how to open that? What is the primary condition to have that holiness to be caught by somebody? Vaishnava literature has given us great guidance. It says that if you have generate faith, then with that faith will goad you to have a holy company. In the Viveka Chudamani we all read, and there you find that a student goes to a teacher. When? Goes to a teacher when he is tormented at the burning fire of the world and worldliness. Some bereavement, some pain, some disease, something which has shattered their life. That is the time they go for the holy man. But may not go. They may be frustrated. They may be totally anti-religious or spiritual. I throw away the deities even. I don't believe in it. But most of the places, this is the starting point. So, it is called the Shraddha. First, if one has, our Vaishnava literature says that কোনো ভাগ্যে কোনো জীবের শ্রদ্ধা যদি হয় তবে সেই জন জীব সাধু সঙ্গ করায়. Fundamentally, if anyone is having a faith in God and faith in oneself, the two directions of the faith. First of all, faith is a question that we'll have to talk about a little bit. What is the faith? Faith in our scripture says, Guru Vedanta Vakyeshu Otiva Shraddha. Is it not? Vedanta sir, all of you have read Swami Sarvadevananda's talks. Is it not? So there is Vedanta Sara says, Guru Shastra Vakyeshu Otiva Vishwasam. That is called Shraddha. Guru Vakya and Shastra Vakya. Tremendous faith. But that is Sanskrit term is Shraddha. English term is faith. Faith is something may be wrong. I have faith. I believe this. That's why most of the dualistic religion of the world, they talk about what is your faith? What is your faith? What is your belief system? Faith and belief systems are not founded on strong realization of ourselves. But it may be right when it is right. That's why we get it from Guru, who is an authentic person. And we go to Vedanta or the scriptures. What are the scriptures? Scriptures are all the holy experiences of the saints and sages. No? What is all the scriptures? Scriptures, Upanishad. What is Upanishad? It is the expression of the realization of the sages and saints who have seen God in their own way, and they express that truth. So, should we believe in anyone talking about God, or should we believe in the authentic people? Ramakrishna is an authentic person. Rama, authentic. Krishna, authentic. Buddha, Christ. These are the authentic people. You drive your car, you believe in what? In the GPS? GPS is tested and verified that it always takes you to the right place. Towards the beginning it used to take here and there sometimes. That's a wrong GPS. But we trust now. No one bothers about address or anything. Give the address and put it in your phone. Bus. You are safe. Right turn, left turn, this, that. Just drive like a blind person. So in spiritual life also, we should have some authentication. Authenticated person who have realized God himself, who is established in the God realization and the truth, whose every moment of their life presents to the world that yes, they are staying in some concrete, definite understanding of the truth. So this is the fundamental thing. Shraddha means Guru and Shastra Vaku. Who is Guru? That's why before that you have to, Guru definition you know, who is Guru. Guru is not anyone teaching, is not a Guru. First Guru's definition is that his character should be pure. Second quality is that he should know the scriptures. He should not say something contradicting scripture. He is not a Guru. He does not know himself what he is talking. You should justify, your words should be just establishing the truth what has been said in the Gita, in the Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad and all this sacred text of all religion, no? So he has read the scriptures, he had understood its meaning. All the scriptures, Ramakrishna said, sand and sugar mixed together. We don't want to chew the sand, but many people do that. In the name of religion, they are going fighting, killing, this, that, chewing the sand. And there is sweetness, which is called the sugar. That is the essence. So he understood what is sugar, what is sand in the scripture. Why? What is that? In every religion there will be some eternal truth and some truth which is meant for a particular period of time, which has been spoken in the sixth, what do you call that, in the nomadic time. Don't bring that to today's civilization, which has been told by even Manu in our Hindu scripture. That period, this period, it will not be applicable now. That's why Swami Vivekananda inspired his disciple and said, you should write some new law book. And he said, who will listen to my law book? Who will listen? But why not? Time has changed. The eternal truth will remain. But the local laws will change according to the present. See, in this country, we live in this country, our spirituality, should you go back to the orthodox idea of Brahmanism and this touchable, non-touchable, right hand, left hand, oh it is onion, oh it is Ganga, you will go 10 times take a Ganga deep and you are impure, you are pure. Will you do like that? That's an old state. Under the current context, keep the spirituality intact and apply it. So Guru should know what is that. And then he has experienced God. That is the best Guru. If he has not, at least he has travelled much further than me. So he can guide me to reach the goal. So these are the conditions. That's the Guru Vakka and Shastra Vakka. Shastra says, Tattvamasi, you are that. The scripture says that you are a child of God if you are dualistic. Shastra says you are a part of that infinite. Vishishtadvaitavad, Advaitavad. These are all realization of the sages. If they say, you believe that. They have experienced that. So this is the Guru and this is the Shastra. And Shraddha is something Shraddha is not mere faith. Faith is only, I believe, but I have no respect for that. I have no urge to follow that. I respect certain things, but I don't follow in my life. So it is, Shraddha can be defined like that. I always explain like this. We have Shraddha means faith, you have faith and you have respect. Two together. But in our life, either we have faith in something, we have no respect. We respect something, but we don't believe. We respect our gurus, we respect our holy people, but we don't follow what they say. No? So it is not faith. It is not Shraddha. Faith is, but not Shraddha. And at the same time, you have respect, but don't follow. And you have not right understanding of the thing, and you go in your wrong way to follow the truth. So, give an example, we go to the barber shop, no? And you put your head and throat, everything in the hand of the barber. He is having a sharpening razor. But you know, you believe, you have faith that he will not cut the throat. Okay? But do you go and salute his feet like you do your guru or your ishta? You don't do like that. You have faith in him that he will not cut the throat. But you have not that belief, he is giver of liberation and freedom. No. On the contrary, we believe in that God can give you freedom. We go to Krishna temple, we go to Rama temple, we go to Shiva temple, we offer flower, and we go and come back the same person. We don't feel that, yes, he has accepted my offering today. Yes, he has glanced at me, something is happening in me pure. I don't have that faith, but I go and salute him. So, even, say, our Gurudwara, we have the Guru Granth Sahib is so holy, they consider at holiness God himself. So they fan that, they respect that, they thinking, living presence of God. Respect is so much. But faith, will it really redeem me? The faith, conviction. Those who have, they are blessed. They have this Shraddha. So we are all lacking like that. That we bow down to Ramakrishna, we bow down to temple, think God will do, but we have not faith, what he has said, to follow in life. And so these two should be faith and conviction and respect. These two should be added. That's called the faith. So if anyone is having this possess this wonderful quality, faith, I believe in the scriptures, I believe in the words of the Guru, and they are genuine. We believe whole life, all cheats. In our life, how many people we believe, we get cheated. We don't bother about that. But we can't believe the holy people, the sayings of the saints and sages, and to live according to their idea. No? So this is called Shraddha. So if that Shraddha enters into anyone, Vaishnava literature says, Kono Bhagye, it is by good fortune, it does not happen. Bhagya means two way, by good fortune, but by good karma of your past. You have done many good karma, that's why you have your faith in God and in yourself. So that if it enters into someone, তবে সেই জন sadhu sangha karaয়, then that person will be running, where can I find God? Who can give me some direction? How can I get out of the bondage of this birth and death? No? That's why in Vivekachudamani it is said so wonderfully, that is said that the samsara dava nalatapataptam dodhuyamanam duradishtabhatai bhitam prapannam. I am tormented, I am frightened, looking at the life's scorching situation. Oh, who is there? Please help me. Samsara davan is the bonfire of the world and worldliness. Davanulo tapo taptam, I am totally burnt like that. Dodhuyamanam duradishtabatimai, duradishta, bad luck is driving me in a stormy ocean. My boat is sinking, as it were, no? So then I am frightened. Oh, please, who is there? Help me, help me. Then you find people become frantically searching for God, going to this temple, going to that place, that holy place, and finding anyone talking about meditation, listening about this. You see, a certain point of time it comes. Maybe reason, maybe something else. But that is the faith and conviction when it comes. No, this world cannot give me peace. There is something else who can give me peace and solace, and that will be a permanent type of joy and peace will come to me. That conviction, little faith, is a working faith. We got two types of faith. There's a working faith is necessary. And if it is total faith, then you are done. You see God, then your faith is conviction, is final. But we are talking of the working faith. If that faith generates into heart of one, then he runs for holy company. And holy company you got, bas, you entered into the right track. Then he will take you to... See, look at that in the Kathopanishad, in the Nachiketa. Nachiketa, very famous story. You all know. Nachiketa's father was performing Jagna, which will take him to heaven after death, performing all these rituals. But he was, as he performed the Hindu worships, always there is a last part. You have to give gifts, or you have to feed people. Those are part of that total journey. But when his father was a little miser, so he did all these things, puja very well, but when giving gifts to the other, as many people do, giving gift charity, when we don't need those things, we give to the charity. That's nothing bad, but better is to purchase for them and give it to them. But anyhow, this father was doing all this celebratory thing, performing everything, and he was sitting, calculating this Brahmin, that Brahmin, you have to give this, that, what to give. He was giving the cows. Dabdhatrina, Dugdhadoha, Nirindriya, that type of cows which have no more cannot chew. It's become so dying, maybe now for 1 hour. Jagdatrina, Dugdhadoha. They have given the last milk, cannot give any more milk. Dugdhadoha. Nirindriya is so weak that cannot stand, is trembling like that. So this type of gift he is giving to the Brahmins. So seeing this, Shraddha is such a thing, it makes you great. If I have seen, righteous boy, my father, I would challenge, hey Dad, what are you doing nonsense? Challenge like that. We say, you are bad guy, you are giving this type of gift. But this boy, it's Shraddha Avivesha. Seeing this situation, Shraddha appeared in the heart of Nachiketa. That is the Upanishadic language. As if Shraddha is somewhere hiding. All of us we have Shraddha, but it's hiding somewhere. And in Nachiketa, seeing this environment of his father giving the gift, and father is doing something improper, not challenging him, but see the way Shraddha takes you in what a beautiful way. He thought differently. Same problem people look at from different angle. He thought, oh, my father is really performing such a costly jagna, and it is done, but he is giving this type of thing, but he cannot go to heaven. This purpose of his doing is to go to heaven. Because of this not being proper, perfect, so he will not go to heaven. So I should have to do something. I have some responsibility. And so he offered himself. So, Father, who you are giving me to? I am your best son. So you can give me that gift you can give. He is thinking, I am the best son. Son is best, but loved by father, more costly than any other material thing. So my father gives me to somebody, then father's gift will be perfect and he will go to heaven. All the good of father, not with anger, vengeance or arrogance, he went and father naturally, this child always telling who you are giving to me. What a inconsistent language. So he got, get out, I'm doing some work now, don't disturb me now. But the boy again came back being unsuccessful second time. And third time he came back. And when the third time came back, his father, out of anger, he said, I give you to the house, Jama's house. Jamer Badi dilu. I give you to Jamer Badi. And then now our mom and dad sometimes angrily they say that they don't mean that. No. But this boy took it seriously. And he immediately said, oh dad, you asked me to go to Jama's house. Don't forget, don't deviate from this statement. Because it has come out of your mouth. In this family, look at our forefathers. They're all truthful people. So you said this, you should not deviate from this. So he started walking towards Jama's house. We would have been angry, no? And I am trying to do good to him and he is cursing me to go to Jama's house. He said, no. Then the student's mind, Shraddha, how it drives you always positive. Then he said, and then, oh, my father is sending me to Jama, not for punishment, but there is some good meaning in it. Here I can get a good guru. Because who will be more efficient or more powerful than that of a person who is the guru of life and death. He knows what is life, he knows what is death. He can really transcend, he can teach the idea because he is the God of death. God of death knows what the karma is this side, what is beyond karma you go on the other side. So he is my ideal teacher. So he is sending. He took it that way. His Shraddha took it. And Shraddha took him to that Yama's house. And you see, we believe, you believe that, you have to hold on to that. So he went there. And the boy, after walking so many days, and he went there. And when he went there and found that he found that the teacher is not in the home. He has gone some other business. And then the family, all the people in the family, they say, oh, you have come, please come and eat, and then let him come, he will put your question. But the boy is Shraddha. No, I have not come to eat here. I have come to see Yama. My father has sent it to Yama's house. So I cannot do otherwise. So actually, he then waited for him without drinking water, without any food. The purpose he came, that is primary. See, the Shraddha and faith and conviction is so strong. And then when he came, naturally you know the story, that he was very pleased and he gave 3 boons. He said, you stayed in my home for 3 nights and I will give you 3 boons. And the 3 boons, first boon what he asked? My father's well-being. I know father has said just out of the mouth, he expressed this word. He didn't mean that. But he will be really repenting and he will be spending sleepless night. Consideration for the father first, not for himself. The Shraddha. See what a wonderful character if we have Shraddha. Swamiji said, Shraddha should enter into your heart. You young people, you should be enriched with the Shraddha. And then when Shraddha comes, conviction comes. I can do it and I believe in God and believe in myself. It's dual direction. Swami Vivekananda also criticized it. That you have faith in 100 million gods and goddesses, have no faith in yourself, then you are an atheist. That means faith in yourself, I can do. In me, not arrogance. At the same time, faith in Guru's words, teacher's words. And then you see how the second moon for going to heaven, what is the procedure to do the jagna, which his father was doing, performing. He learned from John Devata. And then afterwards, third boon, extra boon. Don't forget that in your name this home of fire will be performed. Whoever wants to go to heaven will know it is Nachiketa's name. So it's an additional pride and gift. And then the third one, Nachiketa said, tell me, third boon. Some say, Asti de chayeke, nastyoti. Some say there is afterlife, after death there is life, eternal life. Some say it is not. I am perplexed. You are the God of death. You know perfectly. Teach me that science. And then he said, wow, why are you asking such questions? You are a child. You are a young boy. You should be playing and having fun and joy and money and wealth and pleasure and fun. Why are you asking this big question? Deva atraivo vichikitsanti kila. Now only gods are also frightened to ask this question. You are a boy, just young boy. Why are you asking? I will give you wealth, I will give you prosperity, I will give you heaven, I will give you how long you want to live, all, but Shraddha. No, I want to know the truth. See, it brings to the Holy Company. Holy Company brought him to the knowledge and wisdom, which is the Kathopanishad, gift of Kathopanishad. The whole world is benefiting by that. The wisdom, the knowledge, what Jama Devata gave it to Nachiketa. So the fundamental point that Shraddha is such an important factor in life, according to, this is the advice to Sanatana Goswami, given by Sri Chaitanya, that first of all, try to generate Shraddha in yourself. And that Shraddha will goad you, force you to go to some holy people, holy place, to find a solution of life. Life's problem, who can solve the life's problem? Who can really help me to go over life and death? So then you run for a holy company, you'll get God. It is said that when you are sincere, in your life, people come in your life. Sometimes you say, I'm searching for Guru, I don't get any Guru. Then you are not searching. If you search, it will come. Ramakrishna, the example is the greatest. Ramakrishna is for everywhere par excellent example. He is sincerely crying and weeping. See, all the Gurus came to him in Dakshineshwar. He didn't go to search for Guru, but Gurus came to him. So if anyone is sincere, yes, there is a solution. But that Shraddha should first be generating force, and that will lead one person to it is like searching for the milk. A calf, when he is born, as he does not know where is the milk, to find the udder of the mother cow, and he goes and runs here and there and hits his head to find where is this milk, source of milk. No? Similarly, source of nectar of life will come when Shraddha generates. So, Sadhu Sangha. Then Sadhu Sangha, if you go to Sadhu Sangha, what will happen? Many people say, I am going to this for 20 years, 30 years. Are you going where? I went to this Belur Math, I went to this place, that place. Okay, what has happened to you? Have any change come? First change will come, Sadhu Sangha hoite hoy, Sravana Kirtan. The sadhu is, you go to the sadhu is talking about God, sadhu is living a life of purity, sadhu is dedicated to God's service, and he's repeating the Lord's name. Are you doing same thing? Sravana? Are you generating some interest to wherever there is some holy talk, holy company going on, you run for that? Many people I find that 40, 50 miles away they are driving to come to attend one class. They have generated Sravana, Sadhu Sangha hoite hoy, Sravana Kirtan. Wherever there is Sravana, and you can listen to the holy words, or you in a bhajan, you are singing bhajan together, you are singing that glory and kirtan, you are doing absorbing, that type of tendency will generate in you. Sravana kirtan. I am holy company going and talking to a holy man, always talking about stock market or what is going on with Trump and what is going on this. Then that's not his holy company. But mature people forget that. As I said, Samishananda Manas, they are all mature people. So what they say, they have already gained that spirituality, they transmit that. It is a superficial talk for them. But for us, if we go and talk about all these mundane things, and I think I went to a sadhu and I spent 1 hour with the sadhu. What did you do with the sadhu? You are not interested in Sravana and Kirtan. That's why you go to a holy person, ask questions. Ask spiritual questions. And you go to different places for different commodities. No. You go to the shopping place. You go to that department where that item is available. You don't go to purchase a shoe in a place where only cloth is being sold. So that should not be. So your Sravana Kirtana, he will be going to, seeing his life, he will be feeling, oh, let me repeat the name of God. Let me chant the glories of the Lord. No? So that type of tendency will come. So sadhana bhakti hoy, ki hoy, sadhu sangha hoite hoy, Sravana Kirtan. And then this is the sadhana, spiritual practice. You feel like doing japa, doing meditation, doing prayer, singing bhajan, so that your mind is not dwelling in the mundane thoughts what you are doing every day, everywhere. You come to a sadhu and you get that spiritual benefit. And then that sadhana bhakti, if you get involved into that type of devotion to the sadhana of name, repeating the holy name of God and this sadhana or singing bhajan, etc., then sarva anartha nivritti. Here all the anartha means obstacles, which drags our mind to a direction which is worldly, which I can get anywhere. But I want to live in the world in the transcendental mood, so the world will not affect me. That is the purpose. So that will take the second stage, third stage. No, this is the first stage is Shraddha, then is the Sadhu Sangha, second stage. Then your Savana, Kirtana. Vedanta will say, what is Savana? Savana Manana Nididhasana. You are a Vedanta student. Forget about God the form or God the formless. If you are form with form, you will be saying bhajana kirtana, I will repeat the name of Lord, chant and sing the bhajan. No? As a Vedanta student you will say, Savana, Manana, Nididhyasana. I am Atman, I am not the body. Analyze day and night with Shraddha, with faith, conviction, because many saintly people have experienced that. I will also do that. No? Sravana and Kirtana, here Sravana Manana. And then you reflect on that and absorb into that and feel that you are there. So that is and it will remove, if you continuously practice this discipline, that I am not the body, not the mind, or in the bhakti school you chant the name of Lord and sing His glories. Listen to all these devotional talks and spiritual talks. What will happen? All the anartha, all the obstacles which bars our movement towards God will be removed. Anartha nivritti. So that's the fourth point. And if you do, this anartha goes away, the obstacle goes away, what will happen? Then he says, anartha nivritti hoite bhakti nishtha hoy. You generate nishtha. Nishtha means, in English we cannot translate these words very well, but bhakti is your love. Nishtha will be one-pointed love. We love so many things, and I also love God. God gets only 100%, 1.1%, 2%. So it is God's fortune if He gets 1%. But 99% is all are divided into so many things. But what will happen? That anartha will go away, means all this attraction for other things will reduce in the mind. You live in the world, but you don't release them. A new tendency will come in, which is called the bhajananga nishtha. Your taste will come. Oh, it is evening. I'll have to go and meditate. I'll have to sit for. My body is not allowing. I'll have to get up. No, I'll have to run for office. I'll have to finish my job or meditation. Bhajananga nishtha. No, your one-pointedness in practice. Otherwise, okay. Many people say, hey, did you do prayer? Oh, I don't get it. And how many? Some people say, oh, I could not find time for some years. How many? You are given up 1 year, not then getting time to think of God at all. Baba, how busy are you? So, because we have no nishtha, well, we are not generated that much intense values for that, because sadhu sangha is lacking. If the sadhu sangha always, see what happens when I hear all the time the goal of life from holy people. You are all holy. Whoever thinking of God is a holy person. Don't think only Gedua cloth will make anyone holy. No. Only whose heart is holy, whose heart thinks about God, who repeats the name of the Lord, holiness is intrinsic there. So, when you go to a holy, say many people used to go to him, the writer of the gospel, no? And they all come back with Ramakrishna. So, say any saintly lady, you see, someone went to Gaurima, Golabma, Joginma, they became the storehouse of energy and purity because they lived with Holy Mother, gave all these things, and their tendencies are change. So then anartha nivritti, all this nivritti, all this wiping out of the obstacles will be gradually gone, and as a result, bhajananga nishtha. Your nishtha, one-pointed love will generate. You will feel something missing today. Even maybe you are very busy. You forget everything. You are so pressurized by the work. But you will feel something missing in me today. What is that? Then you come, I have not done my japa. So bhajano ange nishtha. The nishtha will generate, one-pointed love will generate. If it is not, then you are not doing sadhu sangha. You are not doing your practice. One will lead to the other. Is the result. You eat some food, it upsets your stomach. Or you eat something which soothes your health. It's the effect of some type of food intake. So similarly, spiritual food intake will also have its own impact, and it can be found. So they say bhajananga nishtha. Then what will happen? Nishtha vaiti sobanade ruchi upajaya. Ruchi means taste. First is little nishtha. I am trying to be one-pointed in my practice, but it is not successful. But when ruchi comes, if one's taste is generated, you need not have to tell him. We have grown taste. Whenever our car goes, we find a McDonald's. My mind says, hey, see, we have to go to McDonald's to have something. Burger, this, that, it's a taste. Taste has gone to so deep. When you go and find McDonald's, your mind runs over there. So it is called a ruchi. Ruchi means a taste for healthy food, healthy living, spiritual living, and living with God, living with holiness. They don't lie. It is a story. Ruchi is how no. Ruchi will be given the example, suppose that Ramakrishna story of the fisher woman carrying the fish basket, and she could not go back to home. So on the way she finds a friend's home, and she was a gardener, so beautiful fragrant garden, and she organized her to stay in that garden, but the fisher lady, woman, cannot sleep all night, restless. And then she came forward, the host came forward and said, what is the problem? Well, you know, your fragrance of the flowers is causing me sleepless. So you better, can you bring me my fish basket? And the Ramakrishna story, and fish basket was bought, and he sprinkled some water, so this smell becomes strong. And then Ramakrishna said he slept very well, snoring as it were. Meaning that that taste for lower taste to higher taste, a generation of our taste. We love things in the material world. We love God also. How this taste will be turned into that type of taste. Bhajanange ruchi. All the parts of bhajana. You will be meditating, you will be praying, you will be studying scripture, you will be chanting all these things. When you meet a friend, you will talk about God. Because ruchi has developed. Your taste has developed. You don't relish other type of food. Say Ramakrishna. If someone comes and talks about worldly things, he feels uncomfortable. And if sometimes even uncomfortable, if they are not moving, he will make his way. He goes to the Kali temple, leaving the room behind. So you cannot tolerate that. Ramakrishna was crying, going to the roof of the music tower. Oh my boys, come, I'm tired with talking with these worldly people who talk about world, money and this and that. I cannot take it anymore. So talk about God. That's why he himself running to Calcutta. All the places of where any spiritual discussion going on and asking about how do you think of God. They are talking something else, but he will put that issue and then start talking about God. So ruchi, that's a higher state. See, one leading to the other, to the finer and finer. Now ruchi. Ashakti, ruchi hoite bhakti hai, ashakti prachur. Then you become attached. You cannot, as we are attached to many things of our life, we cannot forget that. It is, I give the example like glue. We cannot separate it out. With my body, I cannot separate out. As much Vedanta we talk every day. Oh Lord, everything belongs to you, but I mentally know it belongs to me. Because there is some glue attached to the object. So this is the point, asakti, the attachment. Asakti and asakti, ruchi hoite bhakti hai asakti. That means you will be attached to your Ishta Devata. Or your Vedanta, you will be attached to your Vedantic thinking. I am pure, I am stainless. You will be attached. Not I am impure, I am the body, I am the mind. No, all the activities of the body mind is impure. I am not connected with that. So ruchi means a deeper taste for that, and that will bring ashakti, attachment to that. As we do for worldly things, so it will happen for God. See, look at Ramakrishna's example again. He has this ashakti for mom. Day and night he does not think of anything. During the puja, he is doing worship so long when he is a sadhaka. And then afterwards he goes to meditate here and there. And day and night calling upon mother, meditating on the mother, chanting the mother's name. Whole night spending in meditation. Ma. So much attached. We say that the story that Ramakrishna said, one lady to think of God. He said, she said, I cannot do that. But why? I love my nephew. That is attachment for nephew. So much, Rama will go away, but nephew will stay there. So that is the condition. But Ramakrishna showed the way. Yes, think that you are feeding Rama, Krishna there. So instead of saying your nephew, say Krishna. That means changing, sadhu sangha, changing the attitude of the person, and then your main attachment will come for Krishna. So your love for Krishna will generate, and that is the ruchi hoite bhakti hai ashakti prachur. Prachur means enormous attachment will come if you really practice this. And then ashakti, if you are really attached to God, what will happen? Ashakti hoite chitte janme Krishna priti ankur. Love for Krishna, genuine love for Krishna, as gopis had love for Krishna, as Srimati had love for Krishna. It is not superficial, you cut them to pieces. Their heart and soul is just thinking of Krishna and Krishna. No? See, when Sri Krishna left Vrindavan, when he was 13 years old boy, and then after leaving, Sri Krishna felt sorry for the gopis because they have loved Krishna so much. So he sent his messenger, Uddhava, and to teach them Go, you are Uddhava, you are Jnani. See these ladies, they love me so much, they are crying and weeping. So go and give some consolation to them. He thought, yes, he is a Vedanta student. So he came and he told, as soon as Uddhava arrived there, all the gopis ran, and someone came from Krishna. So Krishna's messenger, Krishna himself as it were. So they ran, giving up all their work. And how is our Krishna? They didn't ask anything. How is our Krishna? Is he keeping well? Does he remembers us? These are ordinary mundane questions. What is spirituality in it? Ashakti. Then he said that okay. Then he started giving advice. Why are you all crying and weeping so much? No? Krishna resides in the heart of all. Krishna is sitting in your heart also. No? So God is with you, Krishna is with you. Why are you thinking? Why are you so much in crying and weeping mood? As if Krishna is gone from you. Bale, then meditate on Krishna. And then the gopis give a good reward. Says, oh Uddhava, you are a Jnani. You are telling to give the mind to Krishna. Are that Krishna is a thief. He stole away our mind when he went out. Where is my mind here? So how can I think of him? Mind has been stolen by him. He is not a butter theft of butter only, but he has taken our heart, butter of our heart. So you see, that is the Ashakti. And Ashakti, where you are Ashakti, you are there. You are not here. Your body is maybe here. Your mind is there. So this will be with God. So Ashakti Vaiti Chitte Krishna Priti Ankur, the sprout of real love, genuine love for Lord will generate. And sei bhav garo hoile dhare prema naam. And when that becomes little strong, that priti, that genuine love, then it is called the real prema. Ramakrishna said, if prema is possible, Sri Chaitanya prem hoyechilo. Sri Chaitanya only generated love, genuine love for Krishna. That is such a high level. And rishis generated love for God. The Radha has the love, that is called the prema. In Sanskrit term, prema has such deep meaning in it. In English translation, love will be the only word, but the depth of love is so intense. And then priti, and that priti and prem, that will generate sei prem prayojan sarva ananda dham. That is the goal of life. And if you have that prema, that intense intoxication, Ramakrishna going into intense intoxication, into samadhi, that is the absorption. And that sarva ananda dham, that is the abode of all types of bliss. And that is the ultimate goal. So here we find that this Sri Chaitanya gives this instruction to Sanatana Goswami. These 9 steps of spirituality, where it starts with, first point is, kono bhagye kono jive shraddha jodi hoy. First is shraddha. Second, tabe sei jon sadhu sango karaye. Then his tendency will come to go for holy company. That is our subject. But holy company, how it can take step by step to the Sarva Ananda Dham, the abode of all blessedness, has been mentioned. Third will be going to a holy person. You will feel inspired to listen about God. Your heart will be running wherever a Harikatha. You will run for that. Wherever Kirtan, you find time for that. You participate into that type of tendency, bhajana, kriya. And then that will remove, fourth will be anartha nivritti. It will remove all the natural obstacles in spiritual path, journey. Mind will be purified. And as a result of anartha nivritti, we will have our nishtha, one-pointed practice for Guru, what he has said, and what we learn from the scriptures, or whatever the reading from different spiritual people, what inspiration we get, we try to practice in life. Bhajananga nishtha. And then as you go on, as a result you will generate little taste for bhajan. Bhajan, there is a joy. Thakur said, Vishayananda, Bhajanananda, and Brahmananda. So Vishayananda, there is Ananda, in which we are engrossed. Good food, good bed, good car, good house, sweet words, all the five senses have their own subjects. If we get, that can give us little pleasure. But not that. But Bhajanananda is such that you do bhajan, you do pray, you do sing song, and your heart is absorbed. You are lifted in a different plane. Not only that moment, next time whenever you think about that good day, your mind will be lifted. So bhajana, then ananda. And bhajana ananda will lead you to brahmananda. So this is the point, bhajane nishtha. And then ruchi, taste will generate. Then it is not you have to force yourself. Already you are habituated with it. Many people have to change their taste, no? In doctor's advice, and they have given up sweets, they have given up this, generating one to vegetarian life and this and that. So it's a nishtha. You go a ruchi, your taste change, and out of that taste changing, you generate your intense attachment to your practice. You have to do practice. Our Swami Savananda Maharaj is no more here. So I see that he used to, at his age, he does not need that. Ruchi is out. He used to say, every day I will do 10,000. He is so busy person at the same time. I will do 10,000 japa. Hey, you are all here. Do japa on Mother's Day, 28th of this month, to 8th of next month. These are auspicious period. Jai Sri Durga, thousands and thousands. Do 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000. Feel the benefit of it. So just come to Swami Savananda Maharaj. When he was at the end, what he did in his lifetime, no one knows. He is hiding himself. And what he does in his midnight, who knows. But when he started doing, he said, I will do every day 10,000. So every day 10,000, suppose someday other work and this and that. Then he made a decision, 70,000 day. Week. If today is little less, I will manage it tomorrow. But he didn't give up. 10,000 japa every day. Why not we all make a resolution today? We will do 10,000 japa. What about that? The bhajanange ruchi. That is the ruchi. Ruchi means when taste will come, your mind will start talking. Instead of faltu, useless talk, you will repeat the mantra. Your guru has given the mantra. Or you are not mantra, you say Krishna, you love Krishna, Krishna. Or you love Rama, or whatever, you love Ma Durga, whatever. Repeat the mantra. That ruchi, a taste will generate. And really that is a taste. If you do much japa, you will feel what a joy in your tongue you will feel, in your body you will feel, in your mind you will feel. So that ruchi will come, and that ruchi will lead to attachment to God for whose name you are taking. And then from ruchi there will be a bhava, a tremendous mood will come. Ramakrishna is to go into mood, different mood. That is the prema ankur, the sprouting of the intense absorption. And last will be prema, and in that prema everything is God, 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 God. That will come. So this is the way Sri Chaitanya instructed, no? Sadhu Sangha. And Vedanta also says that Sadhu Sangha is very good. It says that in the Bhaja Govinda, you all read, it says Satsangatte Nissangattam. Nissangatte Nirmohattam. Nirmohatte Nischala Tattvam. Nischala Tatte Jivan Mukti. That's straight. Sadhu Sangha taking you to Jivan Mukti. What means Satsangatte? First try to have holy company. You get Go to holy company and absorb their teachings and absorb their life and try to implement in your life. Satsanga. But when you don't get that satsanga, sabsamaya it is very difficult all the time to get satsanga. Then you sit alone. Nishangat. Don't chatter with all the day and night nasty worldly talk. Which is basic minimum do for survival. Rest of the time, your life is precious. Nishanga. Nishanga means Bhagavat Sangha. Shanga. Sangha means association. Association with the world and worldly. That I am doing every day. Why? When a spiritual life starts, what is the change if it does not happen anything? I do the same thing, then what is my initiation? What is my spiritual life? We are like putting the anchor and rowing the boat. The boat does not move. It is not the fault of the boat, but our practice, what we are doing. So that's why Nishanga. Try to be yourself. In yourself. We don't find time for ourselves. Look at your own life's regular hard-pressed situations of life. You don't have enough time to look at you. Find time for you to look at you. Satsangatte nishangatte. And then when you are alone, you can think, what have I done? What am I going to do? How much progress I have done? All this analysis will come. This is a Vedanta way of thinking. Then when you nishanga, then nirmoha. When you become alone, then you think, I came in the world alone. I shall go alone. And how many days this connection with the world? So much attachment. Okay, I'll have my duties, things, everything should be done. It is not, but I should love them in the view that God is there, not as a man, an ordinary human perspective. So that is the nishangatta will take to nirmoha. Nirmoha means no moha, no delusion. Delusion is what? Me, mine is delusion. If I say I love my wife because God is there, it is divine, no more. You love your husband if you think it is God is there, it is no more. So how it will come? So this, you be silent. Sometimes be with yourself. That starts from satsanga. Satsanga will inspire us always. Any scripture, reading good books is satsanga. Singing some bhajan is satsanga. Talking about God with somebody, that's a satsanga. With that type of inspiration, it will generate a tendency, let me find some time to absorb what have I heard, what have I say, listen, and then give time, and then how outlook to be changed. That I should be nishanga. And nishanga means nirmoha, not deluded. And then nirmohatte, nischala tattam, when we can detach the outer appearance, outer name and form of the reality, and we love God, the divine here. So what will happen? Nischala tattam. Your mind will be established in the tattva. Tattva is the truth. Satchidananda is the truth. These are all ripples in the waves, no? So why do you pay so much attention to the ripples and waves, not to the ocean, not to the H2O? So tattva, that is the tattva. Thou art that, I am that, Vedantic way. Tattva, nischala tattva. And when nischala tatte jiva, when you can really establish yourself in that tattva, who you are, then it will be jivan mukti, freedom from all bondage, eternally free. While living, you are a free soul. So sadhu sangha can take us to that point. Huh? So time is up, no? 1 hour, no? Yes. So we pray that we should really have do real sadhu sangha. We don't, not that type of sadhu sangha, we do it here and it goes out here. Let it absorb something here. Satsang, sadhu sangha hoite hai. Name ruchi hobe. Name sadhu nange anurag. To practice bhajan, to shobhanadhi ruchi, to listen to the holy talk, to go to holy association, try to extract from each other the sweet juice which is there. with that means whatever divine lessons we can find and get inspiration. It's for inspiration in our life. We have everything in us. Only these obstacles are gone, then the truth will reveal, no? All this attachment, all this digression. When it is lifted, what will remain? Only the truth will remain. So, this is our prayer that we really have a good holy company and go step by step into our inner life till we reach the Nischala Tattva, the abode of perfect state of that truth, or the other way, Ananda, Sarva Ananda Dham, the abode of all bliss. That is called God. Thank you.
Thank you.
Actually it's very wonderful history we have heard from it's inspirational to know that Swami Abhedananda came and Buddhananda Swami came. They tried to start the center, and it was left for some after Ranganath Anandaji came. Then there are many attempts were done to start a center, and it's God's grace that Swami Shanandaji could make it possible. And that's why we are here. We are having the Sadhu Sangha, Satsang, your Sangha, Bhakta Sangha, the same. So these are the opportunity, and the purpose of this center is to help everyone spiritually get into elevated mood, to be established in that ultimate reality of Ananda, Ananda, Ananda. And this is the place where we talk, whenever we come, we talk about God. We get an exchange from you also. You also come with after so many duties and responsibilities, rush for this hearing. So this is the atmosphere, it is to be continued. And as much as it goes, that is good for the world also, for our individual life as also society's life. Let Mother bless us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Maharaj. Just a couple of announcements. We won't do a Q&A right now because it's an early start tomorrow. The first program is at 9 a.m. But after these announcements, we'll go down for dinner. Please register if you haven't already. Even if you get all the emails, just sign in. Downstairs, the suggested donation for